do you describe yourself as a player for those not familiar with you yet?
I think I describe myself as a player as a hard skilled player. A lot of tenacity, a lot of relentlessness. Doesn't like to take a shift off at all, and I think I have pretty good IQ and sense around the rink for me. And I think when I get the puck, I think I make chances happen and make plays happen.
Is there an NHL player you really look up to or try to model your game after?
I like to model my game after Brandon Hagel, probably for that work ethic mostly, and I think when he has a puck like me, he can make chances happen. So, yeah, that's how I'm on my game after.
How's the injury recovery going, and how it sounds like you've been skating and other things, so things are progressing all right on that front?
Yeah, it's going really well. It's just, I don't want to think too ahead of it. I just want to go day to day how I feel, and man, I feel great, but also I don't want to push anything to set me back more.
Has anybody given you like a timeline in terms of like when you'll be able to play and take contact and things like that?
No timeline right now. It's usually mostly just how I feel, because they don't want to push. They don't want to push me, or I don't want to push myself. So it's just how I go by feel each day. So, but right now I feel good, and like I said, I don't want to push anything to set me back more.
Landon Dupont is your biggest fan, it seems like. What can you say about him watching him play this year?
Yeah, obviously he's exceptional status. He's just a great kid overall, not even off the ice. Just rooming with him all year, it's you get to know his personality a bit. So I get he's just humbled kid. He's just well above his age for sure.
Who's the toughest defenseman you have to play in the WHL in the draft class?
I'd probably say Mirka. Big body, long reach, tough to get around sometimes. So yeah, I would say him.
I'm sorry if you've answered this, but how many teams did you meet with this week, and did you meet with Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I met with around 25 teams, and yeah, I did meet with Pittsburgh. Yeah.
They showed good impression.
Yeah, they did. They showed everyone clips, so I kind of expected it before. So, yeah.
Did you have a good idea of the clips they would show you?
I knew they'll show the bad clips, but just had to be honest with them what my mistakes were. So I think that's just what they wanted. So.
What's the one part of your game do you really want to work on improving the most?
I think just mostly my skating. I think I have a bad posture when I skate. I think I lean too forward when I skate. It's also kind of lengthening that stride and getting stronger overall too. So.
Did you meet with the Flyers by chance?
Pardon me?
Did you meet with the Flyers?
Yeah, I did.
How was the meeting?
Oh, it was good. Like every meeting's the same. Usually, they usually ask the exact same questions. Some may ask different questions, but Flyers was really good to me.
Did you see Montreal come to Everett very often this year?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're in the stands usually when they're at the game, but I don't really want to worry about that while I'm playing. So.
Well, you didn't. I mean, did they talk to you afterwards?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes they did, and mostly Zoom calls a lot. So, yeah, I would say so.
They come to see you practice.
Yeah, some of them do. Random times, like I said, I can't really worry about them when they're in the stands. I just gotta focus on my play for sure.
Did they challenge you this week during the interviews you had with them?
They maybe get a little stare at you and don't really say nothing to imitate you, and I think that's just how they want you to react and what you want to say. So I think it's just basically what I said, and they just want to see me as a person.